Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As per the usual, I am Cable S. Cable. Greetings and salutations, and welcome back. As you can see, we are back at the unboxing table, and we actually have a new set to unbox. This one was $65, and this is Magic the Gathering Aetherdrift. Don't know not a damn thing about it, but as you see, it's got 914 Aetherdrift play posters, 20 traditional foil lands and regular lands, an oversized spin down D20, alt art foil of lumbering world wagon, and the deck box. So we're gonna unbox this today and see what new shit they have waiting for us. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's open up this bitch right away. We got the box. They actually didn't give us a little pull-out card, which I don't mind. I like that. They got just some picture images. It's giving Mad Max vibes, and or let's see here. What's the other one that gives all the vibes off? That or Rocket League and some other stuff. So let's get this box open. We have some full art. Nice little art piece there. They have a bunch of number one tokens. Just throw those over there. I like the idea of the concept that they put like tokens out in there for flying and so on and so forth. That makes sense, but majority of the other stuff I think is not needed. But hey, they're gonna do what they want to do. We have another art card on the back and either other symbols as well as tokens for flying, among other things. They're not labeled, so we'll just have to frantically guess what they're going to want with them. So we'll get all these sorted. I know I've not heard anything about this set, and I just randomly walked into Myers and saw that it was there. There's been no advertisement for it, no commercials, no nothing, so who knows what is actually there. So we'll get that out. We got our D20. I'll set that right there. We've got our packs over here. We see they have planeswalkers in here, so it's all same covered genre. So let's open up the first pack. Let's see, we'll move this over here, we'll move that back there slightly. Here's the foil version of Lumbering World Wagon, 3-drop, questionable power and defensive 4. 2 colors, 1 green. Artifact vehicle. This vehicle's power is equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever this vehicle enters or attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Crew of 4. So I believe the crew factors it runs as a base. It has 4 players. I've never actually delved into the crew roll. I know there's a reason for it. It has 4 colors, so I presume to activate it as a vehicle you need to pay 4. But I'm not sure. We got the full art planes. I've always been a fan of the full art planes, just the full art islands in general. Swamp, mountain, and island, or forest. Then they have the foil planes. There's the islands. There's the foil swamps. mountains. Here's the forests. So there's the lands. We'll get those sorted. And we'll open up the next pack. This is, I think, more land. Just the basic lands. No, they're full art. I'll be damned. Another set of full art, which I've always been a fan of because I love watching the ability to showcase of the art of the artists their work, because they put everything into it to make it look fucking phenomenal, and it is. So then we got the planes. These are standard planes, just the different styles. We have swamps, and mountains. We have the forests. And then they have rule cards. Rule cards that, for new people, they're useful. Little tips and tricks, but for us veterans who've been playing it for over almost 20 years now, yeah, over 20 years probably, so it's just stuff that is not needed nor wanted. So, alrighty. Let's get these lands sorted. We'll keep them low so we can get them going there. But without further ado, if you're enjoying the content, please give it a like. And if you enjoy the video, I always do backwards. God damn it! If you're enjoying the video, give it a like. And if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel, because it's been a while since we've unboxed a complete set, or a full set. But hey, it comes and it goes. This is how the market is. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first booster pack. First card is Maximum Overdrive. Instant, 1 colorless, 1 black. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains Death Touch and indestructible until end of turn. So we'll put yours over here. It's still in view, yeah, okay. Next up we have Stampeding Scurryfoot, a 1-drop, 1/1, a 1 green, a moose. Exhaust. Pay 3 colors, 1 forest. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Create a 3/3 green elephant creature token. Activate each exhaust ability only once. Next up we have Howler's Heavy, 4-drop, 3/4, 3 colors, 1 blue, Sea Pirate, a seal pirate. Cycling, 1 colorless, 1 blue, discard this card, draw the card. When you cycle this card, target creature or vehicle an opponent controls gets -3, -0 until end of turn. Next up we have the Brightfield Mustang, 4-drop, 3/3, Horse Mount. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, untap it and put a 1/1 counter on it. Saddle 1. Tap any number of other creatures you control with total power 1 or more. This mount becomes saddled until end of turn. Saddle only as a sorcery. Okay, another mechanic there, just rephrasing and reusing. Next up we have the Prowl Catcher Specialist, 2-drop, 2/1. 1 colorless, 1 red. Haste, exhaust 4. 3 colors, 1 red. Put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Activate each exhaust ability only once. Next up we have the Packdoll Terror. 4-drop, 3/4. 3 colorless, 1 black. Toy. Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I can see that being useful. Next up we have Night Market land. This land enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Tap, add 1 mana of the chosen color. Cycling 3. Next up we have Guildlight Matrix, 2-drop, artifact, 2/2. No, just artifact, 2 colorless. With this When this artifact enters, draw the card. Pay 2 colors, tap, target mount you control becomes settled until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Or 2 colors, tap, target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Next up, we have Ooze Patrol. 4-drop, 2/2, Ooze, 3 colorless, 1 green. When this creature enters, mill 2 cards, then put a 1/1 counter on this creature for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard. To mill 2 cards, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Okay. Next up, we have Hellish Sideswipe. 1-drop, sorcery, 1 black. An additional cost to cast this spell, sack an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature or vehicle. If the sacrifice terms was a vehicle, draw the card. Next up, we have Reckless Velectar. Reckless Velectar. 4-drop, 3/3, 3 colorless, 1 red. Minotaur Pilot. When this creature saddles a mount or crew, whenever this creature saddles a mount or crews a vehicle during your main phase, this mount or vehicle gets +2/+0 and gains trample till end of turn. And the rare of the deck is Salvation Engine. Salvation Engine, yeah. 5-drop, 6/10, 4 colorless, 1 white. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. When this vehicle attacks, return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Crew 6. Apparently we got a double rare. So this one is Cydia Varmar, Masked Racer. 2-drop, 2/3, 1 green, 1 blue. Exhaust X, 2 green, 1 blue. Put X 1/1 counters on Cydia. Then you may have this the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become equal to Varmin's power until end of turn. Activate each exhaust ability only once. So pull 1/1 counter on, then you may have the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become that. Jesus. That sounds interesting. Then we have Plains. And then we got more full art cards, which like I said, I always love it how they do fancy stuff with the artists. All right, we got the next pack. All right, first up we have Spot Cycle Scouter. 2-drop, 3/2, 1 colorless, 1 white. Vehicle. When this vehicle enters, scry 2. Look at top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them in the bottom of the rest in the top of your library. Crew 1. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 1 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature. Okay, so it's the crew is equal to the number of the creatures you have in play that become it. Okay, that makes sense. There's the explanation for the crew mechanic. Next up, we have Mage Making Artillerist. Okay, 3-drop, 1/4, 2 colorless, 1 red. Elemental Pirate. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, this creature deals that much damage to each opponent. Damn! Cycle 2, 1 colorless, 1 red. Discard draw. When you cycle this card, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. That could be fun. Have that in the play and just keep going as a pitch engine. Next up, we have Chitin Gravestalker, 6-drop, 5/4, 5 colorless, 1. It's a 6-drop, 5 colorless, 1 black. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact and/or creature cards in your graveyard, cycling 2. Next up, we have the Bestow Greatness. 3-drop, instant, 2 colorless, 1 green. Target instant card creature gets +4/+4 and gains trample until end of turn. Next up, we have Hull Drifter, 5-drop, 3/2, vehicle. 3 colorless, 2 blue, flying. When this vehicle enters draw 2 cards. Crew 3. Next up, we have the Wreck Remover, 4-drop, artifact, construct, 3/4, 4 colorless. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard, you gain 1 life, cycling 2. Is this a surprise rare? We have Lord of the Undead, 3-drop, 1 colorless, 2 black, creature zombie, 2/2. Other creatures get +1/+1 and pay 1 colorless, 1 black. Return target zombie card from your graveyard to your hand. That alt art looks phenomenal, but apparently it's a rare. Next up, we have the Thundering Broodwagon. It's a vehicle, 6/5, 6-drop, 2 colorless, 2 black, 2 green. Menace, reach. When this vehicle enters, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 4 or less. Crew 3. Cycling 2. Next up, we have Stock Up. 3-drop, sorcery, 2 colors, 1 blue. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library, in any order. Next up, we have the Intimidation Tactics. 1-drop, sorcery, 1 black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. Exile that card. Cycling 3. Next up, we have the Sundial Dawn Tyrant. 2-drop, construct, 3/3, 1 colorless, 1 white. And double rare. River Pike Verge, land, tap add a red, or I can tap it, add a blue, activate only if you control an island or a mountain. Okay. Next up, we have the Burner Rocket, 2-drop, vehicle, 1 colorless, 1 red, 3/1. Flash, when this vehicle enters, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample on a turn, crew of 1. That looks like uncommon. And then we have another full art swamp. And then we have apparently a max speed token. We'll probably come into explanation for that later. Okay, I'll flip it over. Start your engines. Start your engine. When an opponent loses life during your turn, if your speed is 1 or greater, increase your speed by 1. Max speed is 4. This ability triggers only once each turn. So, yeah, that's a thing. It'll be questionable about that mechanic because there's nothing similar to that to my knowledge. Next one we got up, we have another Mage Mick Artillerist. Next up, we have a Deadless Pilot, 2-drop, 2/2, 1 colorless, 1 black, zombie pilot. This creature saddle mounts and crew vehicles as though its power was greater than 2. Tap 4, 3 colorless, 1 black. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, I'm a little iffy on the crew rolls. Again, like I said, I mentioned what the words say, but the exact explanation we'll have to do in a later video. Next up, we have another Bestow Greatness. Next up, we have a Bounce Off, 1-drop, instant, 1 blue. Return target creature or vehicle to its owner's hand. Next up, we have Light Shield Parry, 1-drop, instant, 1 white. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, cycling 2. Okay, next up we have Wreckage Wicker Folk, 2-drop, 1/3, Scarecrow, 1 colorless, 1 black, flying. When this creature enters Serval 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put in any number of them in the graveyard and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Next up we have Stall Out, 2-drop, sorcery, 1 colorless, 1 blue. Tap target creature or vehicle, then put 3 stun counters on it. If a permanent with a stun counter would become tapped, remove one from it instead. With a stun counter would become untapped, remove one stun from it instead. So, okay. Cycling 2. Stun tokens and other information needed. Next up, we have the Apocalypse Runner. 4-drop, 6/5. 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 red vehicle. Tap target creature you control with power 2 or less gains lifelink until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Crew of 3. Next up we have Momentum Breaker, 2-drop enchantment, 1 colorless, 1 black. Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed of 4. When the enchantment enters, each opponent sacks a creature or vehicle of their choice. Each opponent who can't discard a card. Tap 2, sack this enchantment. You gain life equal to your speed. So, okay. Next up, Sky Serpent Seeker, 2-drop, 1/1, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green. Flying, Death Touch, Exhaust 4. Reveal cards from the top of your library and to reveal 2 land cards. Put those lands cards onto the battlefield tab and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Next up we have Pit Automation, 2-drop, Construct, 0/4, 2 colorless. It's in a Defender. Tap, add 2 charge counters. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. Tap 2 colors. Tap when you next activate an exhaust ability this turn, copy it. You may choose a new target for it. New target of the copy. The rare of the deck is Dorelli, Rocketeer Engineer, 5-drop, power questionable and 5 defense. Goblin Artifactor, 4 colorless, 1 red. Dorides' power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. When he enters or attacks, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sack an artifact card. If you do, return the chosen card to the battlefield. We got another, the Venom Sack Laggett, 2-drop, 2/1. 1 colorless, 1 green, Death Touch. Whenever this creature attacks with while saddled, it gets +0/+3 until end turn. Saddle 2. Tap any number of other creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This mount becomes saddled until end of turn. Saddle only as a sorcery. We got Mountain. And then we have a signed art card. That's a rare. I've seen an Luick Canvagia, the artist of this. So it's actually one of the very first artist signed ones. So that's pretty cool. All right, got time for one more pack in this video. So let's get going. First up, we have another Stampeding Scurryfoot. Next up, we have a Midnight Mangler, 2-drop, 3/3 vehicle, 1 colorless, 1 blue. During turns other than yours, this vehicle is an artifact creature. Crew of 2. Next up, we have a Brightfield Mustang, another one. Next up, we have a Thunderhead Gunner. 5-drop, 4/5, 4 colorless, 1 red, Snake Pirate. Reach, discard a card, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery and once only each turn. We have another Packdoll Terror. Another of the Venom Sack Laggett. Next up, we have a Light Wheel Enchantments, 1 white, Enchantment Aura, enchant creature or vehicle. Start your engines. A enchanted permanent gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance. Max speed, you may cast this card from your graveyard. So I'm presuming the speed counters stay at a certain level during play. Alright, next up we have the Scouring Skyray. 2-drop, 1/2. 1 colorless, 1 blue. Fish Pirate. Flying. Whenever you discard one or more cards, put that many 1/1 counters on this creature. Cycling 2. Next up we have the Winterfolk Indomitable. 4-drop, 4/3. 3 colorless, 1 black Scarecrow. You may cast this card from your graveyard by paying 2 life and sacrificing an artifact or creature in addition to paying its other costs. Now I would just hard summon that. Next up we have the Air Response Unit. 3-drop, 3/3. 2 colorless, 1 white. Artifact creature, Flying Vigilance, Crew 1. Next up we have the Bloodheart Engine. 2-drop, 1 black, 1 green. Artifact, beginning of your upkeep, Serval 1. Pay 2 colors, 1 black, 1 green. Sack this artifact, return target creature or vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. And rare of the deck is Sahur Glory's Past. 2-drop, 3/2. Zombie Cat Warrior. 1 white, 1 black. Start your engines. Sack another creature. Serval 1. Activate only once each turn. Max speed. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. Next up we have the Leonin Surveyor. 2-drop, 2/2. Cat Scout. 1 colorless, 1 white. Start your engines. During your turn, this creature has first strike, max speed, pay 3. Exile this card from your graveyard. Draw the card. Got a swap. And another full art card. This one, Javier Charo. Do we want to test fate? I got 2 minutes left. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll give it a run. We'll try to get one more pack in. We got a little over 3 minutes. So let's try it. Yeah. First up's Collision Course. 2-drop, 2 white, 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 white. Sorcery. Choose 1. Collision Course deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of permanents you control that are creatures and/or vehicles destroyed or destroy target artifact. Next up we have the Clamorous Ironclad. 4-drop, 6/3. 3 colorless, 1 red. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Crew 3. And cycling 1 red. Next up we have the Risky Shortcut. 3-drop, sorcery. 2 colorless, 1 black. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Next up we have Pothole Mole. 3-drop, 2/3 mole, 2 colorless, 1 green. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards, then you may return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Next up we have the Keen Buccaneer. 3-drop, 2/3, 2 colorless, 1 blue. Octopus Pirate. Vigilance, exhaust, 1 colorless, 1 blue. Draw a card, then discard a card. Put a 1/1 counter on creature. Next up we have the Darling Mechanic. 3-drop, 3/3, 2 colorless, 1 white. 3 colorless, 1 white. Put a 1/1 counter on target mount or vehicle. And next one's going to be the Migrating Kentardon. 6-drop, 6/6, 4 colorless, 2 green. Dinosaur Reach. When this creature enters, you gain 4 life, cycling 2. And that'll do it for our part 1. I thank you all for coming back out to the channel. And until next time, this is Cubble saying have a good night, and we shall see you in the next one. Stick around for part 2.